What if selected in written and interview both but declared medically unfit? Will you be rejected? So hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss the most important query about the medical fitness. In today's video, I'll be covering about the myopia, height criteria, weight criteria, benchmark disabilities in the authentic information. So let's start. What is medical fitness in terms of UPSC? According to them, the health issue of the candidate should not interfere with the performance of these duties. That is the basic concept behind the medical fitness examination. But as we are doctors, so we get relaxation in many of the criteria. For example, first one is height criteria. No matter you are short or you are tall, you will be declared fit, so not to worry about the height. Next is weight criteria. No matter you are obese or underweight, again you will be declared fit. Now the issue comes with the color vision and eye power. Let us talk about the eye power. As you all can see on the screen, we have one table here in which there are criteria given on which basis they are going to declare you fit. Let's talk first about the railways. In railways, you can see that they are going to permit you that your vision should be within +4 or -4 diopter. But in case if your power is more than +4 diopter or -4 diopter, then they are going to organize your medical examination again. What happens after the interview? Your medical examination would be organized on the next day. You are going to appear for the medical examination, and if your vision comes out to be more than +4 diopter, then they are going to call you once again after a week, because you are going to have your special ophthalmic medical board examination. What they are going to do is, if you are having power minus or +4 diopter, then this specific ophthalmologist medical board is going to check out for the pathological myopia. In case if they are going to find out there is a pathological myopia, then you are going to be declared unfit for the Indian Railway Medical Service. But if no pathological myopia is found, then they are going to give you a clean chit and you can be selected for the Railway Medical Service. Next the query comes is, ma'am, if we have the LASIK surgery done, so would be permitted? So they clearly mention that if you are using these spectacles or you have an IOL or corneal surgery, that is LASIK excimer surgery, so you can be permitted. The condition is that your vision should be stable. But if we talk about the other cadres other than the RMS, that is CGHS, MCD and Indian Ordnance Factory, then they no have such issue of the vision. That is, if you have the power of more than +or -4 diopter, then also they are going to give you a clean chit, but after a specific medical examination done, because they just have to rule out whether you have the pathological myopia or not. If you have no pathological myopia but your vision is more than +4 -4 diopter, then they are going to permit you the permission to join their respective cadres. Now again the next query comes is that, ma'am, suppose if we use the contact lens and appear for the medical examination and show them that we don't use the specs, so will they be declared as the medical fit, or we are going to be caught by using the contact lens? So they clearly mention here that during the medical examination the use of contact lens is not to be allowed. Okay, so dare not to use the contact lens, because they are the ophthalmologists. They will easily find out whether you are using the lens or not. Now the next we are going to talk about is the color blindness. As you can see in the color vision here is, again we have the two divisions. They are going to judge, again one for the railways and other for the other cadres. So we have higher grade color perception for the railways and the lower grade color perception is for the rest of the cadres. What railway demands from you is, you should have at least the distance between the lamp and the candidate should be 16 feet, size of the aperture 1.3 mm and the time of exposure 5 seconds. So these conditions should be met by you, then only you are going to be fit for the railway board, while rest of they are going to permit in the other cadres if you have these things. Next we are going to talk about is the benchmark disability. In benchmark disability we have the post reserve. If you have the locomotor disability in your both legs or one leg or one arm, so they have a seat reserved for you in the different cadres. Let's talk about how many posts are reserved for you all. First is about the railways. As the post of ADMO, they have the total post reserve 12, in which they are going to permit the locomotor disability which are having the defect in both limb, only one limb or only one arm. Next is Ordnance Factory. They are going to have the seat of 2 for only the one limb defect peoples. Then the CGHS. In CGHS we have the 10 seats reserved. If you are blind or having low vision, they have the 3 seats reserved for you. If you are deaf or hard of hearing, then again they have a 3 seats reserved for you. And if you have a locomotor disability like cerebral palsy, leprosy cured, dwarf, acid attack victim or muscular dystrophy, again they have a 2 seats reserved. But there is no seat reserved in the New Delhi Municipal Council. But for the MCD, they have the total 26 seats reserved in the as a post of GDMO. For the blind or low vision, we have 6 seats, deaf or hard of hearing 6 seats, locomotor disability 8 and multiple disability 6. Other than this, they will get your ECG, chest X-ray and blood examination and urine examination done. If they find out any abnormality, then the decision will completely depend on the specific medical examination board. They have no such guidelines for this, that what they are going to follow. So the decision completely depends on the medical board whether they give you the certificate of fit or not on the basis of any abnormality found in the case of ECG, chest X-ray or blood or urine examination. So I hope you all have found this video useful. So please, if you have any query, you can post in the comment section or you can share in my Instagram ID. And please do subscribe my channel so I can bring you the more informative videos like this in my further discussion. Thank you.